Hello, welcome back to Kona. Just out for a nice little Sunday morning recovery jog today. This is the end of my recovery week, so I think it's sort of lots of people talk about training and stuff like that, and I've done lots of videos on training, but not a lot of people talk about recovery. And really, it's probably the most important aspect. Your body's not really going to have time to make those adaptations if you're constantly hammering it with training stress. So yeah, making sure that you've got a little bit of a break from the high intensity stuff, and you're looking after things like your sleep, just to give yourself a chance to, for your body, just to absorb all that training load you put on it, and hopefully make some good adaptations that'll speed you up or boost your endurance in the long run. On the weeks running up to this, there's been quite a lot of tempo work and strength work and things like that, lots of conditioning, and the things that I normally enjoy doing when I'm sort of chilling. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like going out and smashing mile repeats and things like that as much as everybody else, but the sort of social aspect of it, now we're allowed to do a little bit more of it, of getting out and having sort of casual runs with people or casual rides, which has been the case of this week actually. They're obviously much easier done as an easy ride during recovery. We've had some nice weather this week, but it has been really cold, so I think just give me a bit of time to focus on just doing some longer rides on the bike. One of those being was just on Zwift. It was just being a route badge. Since the France map was up, there was one that I still had to get, so we went around there, probably about 2 hours on Zwift on the trainer. Just nothing particularly crazy, just nice and easy, low heart rate all the way around, nice easy effort from the legs. And then beyond that, there was a couple of really short sort of tempo, sort of interval run things, which were basically just sort of 20-30 second strides as repeats. And the idea behind them was just to sort of give yourself a few miles in the legs of getting the pace up, stopping from falling too flat while I wasn't doing much else this week. So yeah, but the bike's something I wanted to concentrate on for a while and just build a bit of endurance up with. And now the weather's got better, so managed to do that yesterday. Went out for a long ride yesterday. We had a ride out, I'll show you the map on here. It was about 50 mile. We rode out towards the swimming lake where the tri club trains, and then we turned off and went off to Yarm and went and got some dinner, which was spot on. I did that ride with my friend Chris, who's much like me, has a health concern to think about. He does his tri training through cystic fibrosis, which is a lung condition, and I'll put a link, Chris's Instagram below. He does a lot of stuff, sort of basically content on training with CF. It's a relatively rare condition, but it basically, kind of like if left untreated, it completely destroys your lung function. And actually, I mean, we were talking yesterday, it was quite funny. Mentioned that probably between the two of us, probably like mismatched parts and things, probably make one half decent athlete. So, but yeah, I mean, when I first met Chris, sort of the life expectancy for people with CF was, I think it was probably early 20s maybe, and obviously he's 34 now, and the treatments and the drugs have come a long way and he's doing really well. So yeah, looking forward to seeing how he pushes on from here. Being a relative newcomer to triathlon as well, like myself, it's fun to watch him, see how he sort of progresses. So yeah, check out his Instagram. It's got a lot of stuff, a lot of cool information on there. Raises a lot of awareness for CF, so have a look. And the other thing I've been trying to do this week is obviously making sure that I'm getting up early in the morning, take the resting heart rate and the variability to try and continue building up a picture of that for my training going forward, especially as I think we're about to head into, I think there's one more phase before we start heading up into the really big build phases for the Ironman. And yeah, I think it'll probably become more important then to try and guide my training on the morning. But for instance, this morning, I mean, even after yesterday, I think my readiness score came back about as high as it's ever been. I think it was 8 or 9 or something. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I will check what it's 8 or 9 out of. But I think it's like 8 or 9 out of 10. But yeah, the actual variability reading itself was nice and high, which I was surprised about, because I expected to see it drop a little bit after yesterday. Yesterday wasn't a particularly tough effort. It was pretty easy going, but it was a long way, and it still doesn't really matter how intense you're taking it. 4.5 hours out doing exercises is 4.5 hours. It takes a bit out of people. So, but yeah, I woke up this morning, felt really fresh, legs feel really good, and yeah, looking forward to this run. Well, you can tell I was looking forward to it, because I'm normally an absolute crank first thing in the morning, and I think it's probably not even 9 o'clock yet, 9:15 maybe, and I'm already out the door. Normally I don't drive myself out of bed until 10 o'clock and 2 coffees, so yeah, it's really given me the bug to get out and do more. And that was just fun yesterday. I mean, I really enjoyed that, so myself and Chris are going to do quite a few more of those, I think, going forward when we've got the opportunity. So both of us have young kids and wives that we've got to keep happy, so we might not get to do as many as we like. Right, I'm going to crack on down this road. It's very quiet out this morning compared to yesterday, where it was packed full of cyclists everywhere we went, which was cool. Gonna head down here to the golf course, see how we feel when we get there. I might change my mind by then, ready to go. But yeah, so as far as focusing on recovery goes, I'm quite happy with obviously the training type changing, where it's kind of like the volume drops a little bit and you spend more time just doing nice easy things. And I'm very happy with just sort of trying to build up this HRV picture and let that kind of guide me a little bit in terms of when I'm going to try and hit the hard days and when I'm going to take an easier day. I'm happy enough with all that, but the main thing that I am struggling with, which is probably the most important aspect, is sleep and getting enough of it and enough good quality sleep. Most of the time my sleep's pretty disturbed in that, and I mean the majority of that's just to do with just general life stress. It's not to do so much with the training, but obviously going through treatment and just finishing my treatment now, I've got the question of what am I going to do next. I've got a scan coming up, which obviously always gets the heart racing a little bit, and the difficult part of sort of like going through cancer treatment is being able to plan for the future. And as a general rule, I'm someone who I like to have a plan in place. And at the moment I'm trying to, it's not like my old job as a QS, which is a quantity surveyor, if you don't know what one of those is. It's basically involved in the construction industry. The vast majority of sort of companies in the construction industry are what's called SMEs, sort of like small and medium enterprises. And having someone in my position who could at any moment have to go and take a year out of work for surgery and treatment again isn't really a desirable quality. So obviously I've got a pretty decent CV for it, but nobody wants to give you a chance. So I'm actually looking at retraining as something totally different. I'm looking at trying to go through the back to uni and do physiotherapy, which would give me a bit of a pathway to go and work with the NHS, which would be nice for me to be able to give them something back for all the treatment and care that I've had over the last couple of years. Which, put it this way, I'm glad we've got the NHS and I didn't have to pay for it. I don't think I would have got much change out of £1,000,000. Yeah, fingers crossed I can get into studying physiotherapy somewhere, get on that NHS pathway, start working with people who might be in a similar position. Fortunately, I've already had one rejection from my old uni, the bastards. But to be fair, it's a competitive course, and 34-year-old, I think if you train an 18-year-old, you're going to get a longer working life out of him, aren't you? So, or her. But yeah, so fingers crossed I've got a couple to hear about, and the other benefit to be doing physio will be for you guys. So obviously the more I learn, the more hopefully I can pass on to people, and the more interesting I can make these. But yeah, it's been nice to just get out, have a little jog around, just averaging about 5 minutes a K. Nice and steady work, keep the legs moving. And yeah, got a few more videos next week because I've got a week of baseline testing, and I would like to try and sort of record those, what they're like. But it's basically 20-minute power test, 5K, and see where we stand. Now I have been told they're not PB efforts, they're just baseline efforts, and apparently there is a difference. But that competitive bugger inside us wants to absolutely smash the 5K, I have to admit, like, so. But I will take some guidance and we'll explain in better detail when we come to do them next week. And I'll leave that there. So I will catch you guys during the week for some baseline tests, and we'll see how far we've improved or potentially how badly we perform on the day and blow up. So thanks for joining me, and I'll catch you soon.